Years ago, I served my time in the war the public never fully understood. The government called it an incident, an anomaly. It wasn't. Objects entered our atmosphere. Structures emerged in remote places. Black, towering things that looked like they were grown rather than built. We were told to contain them. I was infantry, but quickly grew in rank. Secure the perimeter. Eliminate anything that moves. No one knew what they were, where they came from, or what they truly wanted. But one thing became very clear quickly. They had come for something on our planet, and they were more than willing to wipe us out to get it. It didn't feel like we were fighting an enemy. It felt like we were holding something back. Officially, the war never ended. The structure stopped spreading. Governments declared the situation stable, controlled. But controlled isn't the same as gone. It's maintenance. I was fortunate. I came home with most of the men I left with. Not all, but that's more than anyone can say. That's something you carry. When my contract ended, I didn't re-enlist. I've had enough of fighting a war none of us understood. I wanted something steady. That's when I met her. She became my world faster than I expected. Not long after, we had a beautiful daughter, a house, and everything we could ask for. Years of searching and I had finally found what I'd been looking for. I thought my life would be simple after that, but I was wrong. One day, I went for a walk along the beach like I often did when I needed to clear my head. The air was still. But then, the wind shifted. It became violent. The sky began to darken, and lightning began to crawl across the sky. The horizon distorted, and then I saw it. It was some kind of tear in reality that split open in front of me, stretching wider and wider into a massive void. The pull hit me instantly. It felt like it locked onto me. I dug my feet into the sand. The ground beneath me felt less solid with every second. It was too strong. The only thing running through my mind was them. My wife, my daughter. They need me. I can't let whatever this is take me. And then, I was ripped forward, swallowed into pure darkness. I don't remember much of what happened inside, but only the feeling. Then the darkness began to thin, and I had forgotten everything. Myself, my family, my entire existence. I had no idea who I was. And in front of me stood a door. There was absolutely nothing else. Just a door in endless black. With no idea where it led, I had nowhere else to go. So I began walking towards it. And then I stepped through. When I reached the other side, a figure stood waiting. He regarded me like I had arrived exactly on time. He referred to himself as Aethren. He stood before me, calm as ever. He spoke of contracts, of loyalty, of the light in the dark relics, of Eloan's betrayal, of the imminent fracture of the void that would return him to the world. I listened. What choice did I have? He said he resurrected me, that I had been his most loyal servant, but I had died unexpectedly. The void, he assured me, had clouded my memory. Then he offered me proof. He raised his hand. Darkness gathered around his fingers. He pressed his hand hard against my chest, and the power entered me. The power tore through me like a storm ripping through glass. And just like that, all of my memories returned instantly. But I had also seen another version of myself kneeling before Aethren. I saw him die. Dead. I saw the void, and how it reached for me. And it grabbed me, alive, from my world. From my wife. My daughter. I fell forward, gasping. I was not resurrected. You pulled me through. The void pulsed around us. Aethren watched me carefully. Not confused, but observing. I wasn't restored. Aethren's gaze drifted as he considered my words. And then, he smiled with intrigue.
How fascinating. I reached into the void, and instead of retrieving what was lost, it supplied a living counterpart.
His intrigue was unmistakable. He circled me as if examining something rare.
A displaced consciousness. A foreign thread stitched into this reality.
I stood up, anger and confusion in my chest. You took me from my family.
Yes.
You said you resurrected me.
I believe I had. Death is inefficient. But this is superior.
He stepped closer.
The void does not create. It rearranges. And you, Chad, are proof that its reach is broader than even I understood.
I clenched my fists. Send me back. The words came out before I could stop them. Send me home. His eyes widened.
That is within my power.
You can?
When the fracture completes, when the light is destroyed and the barriers fall as they must, you will see your family again. But first, I require your service.
The contract unfolded between us, etched in darkness. It was some kind of sigil.
You complete what your other self began. You help me break the final seal. And when it's done, I will send you home.
What choice did I have? Everything I loved was on the other side of a fracture I couldn't reach. And he was the only one who could send me back. The void had replaced a dead man with a living one. And Aethren intended to learn exactly how far that replacement could be pushed. Aethren taught me to draw from darkness without dissolving inside it, to stand in fractures without being torn apart, to feel the currents between worlds. Every mission he gave me, I completed. Every seal, I helped weaken. Temporary, I told myself. One step closer to home. The first experiments were controlled pulses of void energy. He placed me inside unstable fractures. The air there felt like I was inhaling glass. The void clawed at my thoughts. Aethren just watched. He always watched. He never gave me a moment to recover. The instant I adapted, he made the trials worse. Every lesson bled into the next until exhaustion became as familiar as breathing. His training was ruthless, unforgiving, and relentless.
You are more resilient than the one that fell.
One experiment went too far. He opened a raw fracture beneath my feet and forced the power through me. I felt myself splitting. He stood at a distance. Aethren! Pull me out! The surge finally receded, and I collapsed.
The elasticity is increasing.
When this is done, how will you send me back?
When the final fracture completes, the pathways will be accessible.
That's not what I asked.
The energy required is considerable, and unnecessary until the light is extinguished.
You never intended to return me.
You are here. And here, you have purpose.
His words confirmed what I had feared all along. He was never going to send me home. I was too valuable to him. And when the fracture completed, I would either remain useful or become obsolete. So I stayed. He began speaking of Woahchan, not as an enemy, but as a keystone. He showed me patterns beyond the fracture. Light anchoring instability, compressing it instead of ending it.
Woahchan believes that sealing me away preserved balance. But balance is tension, and tension sustains the void. As long as Woahchan reinforces dominion, the void will remain pressurized.
He never told me to hate Woahchan. He simply made him the architect of my displacement. The reason realities blend and why I'm here in the first place. So much time had passed, I lost track. Maybe months, maybe years. You lose track of time when you spend most of it bathing in raw void energy. The experiments escalated. Each surge left tremors in my hands, cold in my chest.
Again.
No.
You are stabilizing.
I am deteriorating.
You will not survive long enough to return home without refinement.
You're not sending me back, and I know it. You were never going to.
You mistake this place as a prison. It's an opportunity.
I reached into the fracture and tore raw void energy from it. The first time I had ever felt that power in my hands. It was wild, unstable, alive. I didn't think twice before hurling it at him. The blast unraveled before it even reached him. Aethren lifted his hand, and my body locked in place. Every muscle seized under his command as an invisible force crushing down on me. Pain ignited in my chest.
You wield a fragment of my power, and you think that makes you dangerous. I could end your entire existence in a second.
The pressure tightened. My bones felt like they would snap. And then I felt it. The contract. The sigil he had burned into my soul when we forged our pact. I could feel it pulling at me, threads tightening from somewhere beyond my body, holding me in place. And then, a thought surfaced through my pain. Every fracture has tension. Aethren himself had taught me that. So I didn't reach for strength. I reached for the strain. I felt along the bond, searching for the point where it pulled the tightest. And then I pulled back. Agony ripped through my chest as I reached into the bond itself and tore the sigil free. Aethren's grip shattered instantly. The pressure had vanished, and Aethren just stared at me. In my hand floated the sigil itself, the very mark of our contract.
Remarkable.
He studied it with sharp interest.
None of my other servants have ever gotten the better of me. You've become the strongest one I've ever trained. You've listened well.
That pride only hardened my resolve. My fingers tightened around the sigil. I destroyed it. The sigil shattered into fragments. Aethren's expression darkened immediately.
You dare break our contract?
Darkness began to emerge from Aethren. To say it simply, he was pissed. I was already planning my next move. I quickly opened up a fracture right in front of me, just as Aethren had taught me. The fracture was open. I knew I could travel through it, but I had no idea where I'd end up. The void swallowed me instantly. The fracture sealed shut behind me.
Well done, Chad. You finally learned how to break my chains. Eloin will draw you back to me eventually. And when he does, I'll be waiting.
There was no graceful landing. I was thrown from the sky through a dimensional tear. I fell through the sky not knowing if I'd survive. Would this be it? I thought to myself. Reality spit me across the ground under a sky that wasn't mine. Fractured, but stable. I laid there for a long time, breathing, alive. Aethren's power was still inside me. I tried to make sense of it. Aethren taught me to feel fractures in reality, but contracts are also structures under tension. I realized the contract itself is a fracture point. No other servant could break it because none of them were trained to sense tension like I was. I used his own teachings against him. I pushed myself to my feet. Somewhere in this world, Eloin still stood. Somewhere, the light still held the tension. Aethren had shaped my knowledge, but he no longer shaped my direction. I would learn the void. I would master it. And whether I found my way home, or burned this false balance to the ground, the next fracture would open on my terms. And this time, no one would pull me through it.